So I would say between the outlet tester and the clamp meter, that is all you need as a DIYer now. You do not need a non-contact voltage tester, and you do not need a digital multimeter. So a classic non-contact voltage tester to go ahead and detect that we have voltage at this electrical box and outlet. So now the clamp meter, so you'll hold down on the NCV orange button until you see EF come up on the display, and now you can use that as a non-contact voltage tester. So next most common feature starts to get into what we'd use a digital multimeter or DMM for. So go ahead and we'll scroll the dial over to the voltage for AC, and then we're going to connect up our probes, black to the common here, red to our voltage. And then for the probe, I go ahead and I take off the category 3-4 clamps, so now I can use these probes to test an outlet. Now one little handy feature, you do have a holder where you could press that black probe in, and we'll put it in the neutral side, then we'll use our red going into the hot side, measuring out 117 volts, so we see if we have voltage. We could do the same thing across the ground, making sure we have the similar 117, and we do. Next up, we'll do voltage DC. Now that is that solid line with dashes underneath. Voltage DC is usually bringing me out to more of an automotive application. And now I'm just moving around my range, so I have the decimal point in the second position, so I can read out 12 point whatever it is. That's what I'd be expecting on this 12 volt system for my battery when the engine is not on. So measuring across the positive and negative, I see I get 12.7 or 12.8 volts, which indicates a healthy battery. This clamp meter also has, it's in the continuity check and resistance check, kind of the top of the dial here. But first I want to jump in, let's do an application with actually using the current clamp, what was once the main function of a clamp meter. I use this mostly around the house in my service panel. So first let me show you how this doesn't work. We're not able to turn on a load like this heater, turn the clamp meter to 2 to 20 amps, and then clamp around your power cord. That is not going to give you a reading because we have both the hot and neutral conductors going through that cord, and we need these split out to get a proper reading. One way to measure at the appliance is if you actually have access to the hot side conductor. You could go ahead and measure across that. Now another way to measure this at the actual individual appliance is this splitter that comes with the kit. So how the split tester works is you just plug your appliance into that. It breaks out the hot side and your neutral side. You'll plug that in, and then you're able to turn your appliance back on. And now with the adapter, it actually multiplies the current by 10. So you need to set it in the 200 to 400 range, clamp around the adapter, and then we know it's times 10, so we see it's reading out 97.8 amps. So with a divided by 10, that would be 9.7 amps. So very similar to what we saw initially going from the hot conductor. So pretty cool, right? I mean, am I the only one who's surprised on all the different features they're building in the clamp meters? And to be honest, it's kind of making the multimeter a little bit obsolete. Now you can go higher end than this. Here's an example of an ideal clamp meter. It's a little more money. It actually has 2 displays. You can get the display on the bottom as well that will read out. This also will do temperature, it will do capacitance, it will do frequency, which are all measurements that the CL120 from Klein Tools will not do. Now I like the Klein Tools because it's a little smaller overall in its packaging, and to be honest, other than capacitance, I wouldn't really use those other features around the house.